Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a soft glam since that's the topic of conversation right now in the beauty world. I'm kind of lost, but I originally was going to do this video anyway because I wanted to recreate the look that I had on in the video where I did my Sephora makeup haul that I uploaded earlier this week. And I noticed in the comments that you guys were wanting to see that look. So today I'm going to be doing that, but I'm not going to use the eyeshadow palette that I had on my eyes in that video because I'm going to be testing out the new Colourpop Coconut Collection. And y'all, we're on Colourpop PR. I cannot express to you guys how excited I am to finally be able to receive PR from Colourpop because y'all already know I love affordable makeup, and Colourpop is super affordable and they come out with new stuff all the time. I know when their complexion products launched, a lot of you were asking me when I was going to do reviews, so I had to wait to order the products and then I had to wait for them to get here. So it took a lot of time for me to, well, it takes time for me to receive products once I order them, but hopefully now that I'm on their PR, I can receive the products pretty quickly and be able to put up more reviews for you guys. I'm excited. So let's start out with at least swatching. Ooh, my lips are dry. I want to start out with swatching these lip tints. I want to put them on my lips before I do my entire face because it'll be easier for me to wipe the lip product off as I swatch. I was watching Nicole Concealio, and she mentioned that doing lip swatches is so much easier to do before you actually apply your makeup, so that way when you're taking off the product, you don't really take off the foundation around your lips. So I'm gonna start out with these just so y'all can see how they look on the lips. By the way, this collection is available today. It just launched today. So you are able to get your hands on them. So I'm gonna start out with the Coconut Kiss, and this has two shades in here. So this is Waikiki. See, they already about to knock me off PR because I can't even pronounce these names. And the other shade is called Shaka. So I'm gonna swatch Shaka first, and I'm gonna swatch it on my hand first. But that is Shaka right there, and then I'll put it on my lips so y'all can see how it looks. Yeah, these are pretty sheer, and I think this will be pretty with a lip liner. But this is how Shaka looks. Take that one off. See, it's just so much easier to just wipe it off like this. All right, this next one is Waikiki. I think I said it right. I don't know, I probably did not, but here it is. This one looks more pink right there, and let's put it on the lips. Oh yeah, this is definitely more pink. At least on me, it looks a little pink. So you can see that I'm having to go back and forth just to get that color to show up a little bit more. But it's like a lip balm, like a tinted lip balm. So that is Waikiki. All right, moving on to the other one. This one is Shall We Dance? And this has the shade Island Time and Nude Beach. So this is a light nude. Don't know how this is gonna look on me, but let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty light. Really sheer though. Right there. And let's put it on the lips. Ooh, this is, as I build it up, I think this will be great with brown, like a brown liner, but it looks pretty light without it. Oh yeah, too light, but just so y'all can see how it looks on the lips, this is what Island Time looks like on the lips. Last but not least, we have the shade Nude Beach, and this is how Nude Beach looks. Yeah, this one looks like it'll be my favorite out of all of them. It definitely looks more pigmented than the other ones. Oh yeah, ooh, I like this. Oh yeah, I like this one. This one's pretty. See, I wouldn't even have to pair this with anything. I just wear this by itself. So Shaka and Nude Beach are my two favorite ones out of all four of these. The lighter nude, the one that looks really, really ashy on my lips, in the shade Island Time. This will be really pretty with a brown lip liner. I think I'm gonna use this one today with the brown liner because I feel like that will look very close to the look that I had on in my Sephora haul, because I'm really trying to match up that look, but I'm using the Colourpop products in today's video. But that is that. Now let's go ahead and do my makeup. All right, so before we apply the products on our face, I also want to share their lip bundle. This is the Coco Loco Lippy Bundle with the lip balm and a lip scrub. I have one of their lip balms. It's like a little, it's like a pink shade. This one is clear. And the color, does it have a name? No, it just says Coco Loco. And this is just a balm that I'm just gonna put on my lips before I put anything else on. Y'all know I like to put on lip balms anyway, right before I apply anything on the face. But since I already own one of these, I'm already familiar with it. I like how it feels on my lips. I like how I can wear this by itself if I wanted to, or under a liquid lipstick, especially if I'm wearing like a liquid lipstick that's a little bit too drying. I like to put this on first and then go on top of that with a liquid lipstick. But this one doesn't really have, I thought it would smell like coconuts, but it doesn't really have a scent, but it's clear. And then the last thing in the box was the lip scrub, which I like to use lip scrubs at nighttime, like before I do my nighttime skincare routine. I'll use a lip scrub and then I'll take it off and then I'll apply like some, a lip mask on my lips before I go to bed. But let's see if this has a scent. No, so this doesn't have a scent either. For some reason, I was thinking this stuff would smell like coconuts, but I don't smell anything unless my nose is just not any good. All right, so now we can go ahead and start with the makeup. I want to first start out with using the Fourth Ray Coconut Face Milk. This is my first time trying this out. This was also included in the Coconut Collection, and I actually like the moisturizer by Fourth Ray Beauty. I like their face mask, and I also like their what is it, the facial, the oil cleanser. It comes in a black bottle. So those are the only three products that I've tried out from Fourth Ray. So I am really excited to try this out for the first time. So this will be my moisturizer before I go in with the primer. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't really smell anything. Oh, there we go. I smell it now. Okay. There's the scent. I smell it. So it does have that soft, sweet coconut scent, which smells pretty good. And it's like I'm rubbing my skin with a serum. It's really lightweight, really thin. It doesn't feel too heavy. Ooh. This is kind of reminding me of the Too Faced Hydrating Serum. No, not the Too Faced Hydrating Serum, but the Too Faced Hangover Primer. That's what this is. Yes, this is reminding me so much of that. Oh yeah, like the texture, it doesn't feel thick, it feels lightweight. It kind of smells like, you know, it has that coconut scent, but this smells a little bit more sweeter than the Too Faced Hangover Primer. But I like how this feels on my skin. I feel like I could use this in my nighttime skincare routine. I mean, look at that glow. It gives me a nice radiant glow, girl. This feels so good on my skin, and it makes my skin look so radiant. Okay, so based off my first impression on the face milk, it is really, really hydrating. Really hydrating. I like how it makes my skin feel. It looks radiant. It looks healthy. I think this will be a great product to use like in my skincare routine at nighttime, even in the morning times too, but more so at night because I like to use moisturizing and more hydrating products at nighttime before I go to bed. But I like how it makes my skin looks. I like it. All right, so we're gonna go into the primer. The primer I'm using today is the Ren Perfect Canvas Primer, which I've been using recently a lot because this is what I threw in my everyday makeup stash for this month. I'm just gonna squirt it on the face and then I just kind of pat it in. All right, I'm gonna let this sit on the skin while I go in with the brows. The brows I'm using, well, the brow pencil I'm using is my Fenty brow pencil in the shade Black Brown. Yeah, Black Brown. So I'm gonna do my brows really quick and I'll be right back. All right, so the brows are finished for now. Let's go into foundation. I'm gonna take the NYX Born to Glow foundation in the shade Cappuccino. So yeah, everything that I had on my face in the Sephora haul, I'm putting on today, except for the eyeshadow, the lip products, the, we have a bronzer. We're gonna try that out. And I think that's it, but I'll do some swatches of the eyeshadow and then the bronzer, all of that. But I'm gonna try to match up the eye look that I had on in that video from, the new eyeshadow palette, because the two shades that I used, I don't know if I told you guys earlier, but the palette that I had on in that video was the Too Faced Palm Springs, and I just used 2 shades out of that palette, and I think 2 of the shades that are in this palette is, I feel like it's gonna be kind of close to the shades that I'm gonna use in 2 days in the palette from Colourpop. So I just used these 2 right here. Very soft, very natural, which y'all will be able to see once we get to that part. So the concealer I'm using is the new e.l.f. Flawless Concealer. I have the shade Deep Chestnut, and I'm also gonna be using my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Both of these are the same shades. It's just this one, the 16-Hour Wear Concealer, well, the 16-Hour Camo Concealer is a little bit lighter than the Flawless Concealer, which I don't know why, because they're both deep chestnut, but I'm gonna use both of them. Going in with the Flawless Concealer first. I got this off of the website, off of elfcosmetics.com. I haven't seen it on Ulta yet, but you could definitely get it off of e.l.f. And then I'll go in with the Camo Concealer, just a little bit of it though, because it's not, I honestly don't need to do this, but this one is a little bit lighter just to kind of brighten up the under eyes just a little bit. And then I use it for my chin, forehead, and then down the bridge of my nose. But they both give me a good coverage, which I like, and they are super duper affordable. Okay, y'all, this next step that I'm about to do, which is set the concealer, but the powders that I'm about to use have been perfect. I've been using the La Mer setting powder mixed in with the Fenty Beauty setting powder. This one's in the shade Honey. And La Mer is just a translucent. But I got this idea from Shanine. Her username is Too Much Mouth here on YouTube. But these two together have been a match made in heaven. You guys are about to see how flawless my skin looks with both of these mixed together. I only use it for my concealer. I don't apply it all over the face. Just to set my concealer is how I use it. And I've had this in my collection for a while. I purchased this during the Sephora sale, I think last year in the spring, I think. But I haven't really been using it. And ever since I've been using it with the Fenty powder, I've been getting more use out of it. So I'm gonna show y'all. I'm just patting in that concealer before I go in with the powder. So I pretty much just put my sponge into the Fenty concealer, but I pretty much just go in with the Fenty powder first, and then I'll take my sponge and just dip it into the La Mer powder and lightly tap it under my eyes, on my lids, and I just pat it in until it soaks into the skin. And it gives me the most beautiful, flawless airbrushed look. Next, I'm going to take a pressed powder, and this is just going to set everywhere that I didn't apply loose setting powder. So I'm going to take the new Makeup Revolution matte base powder in the shade P13. And this is just going to set my foundation just everywhere that I didn't apply that powder. I'm just going to tap it on the side of my face and then also kind of lightly dust away that loose powder. Now I can go back into my brows and just kind of fade them out now that I'm pretty much done with the base. So the Coconut Collection had 2 bronzers. One is in the shade Talk to the Palm, and then the other one is in the shade Coconut Beach. This one I already know is way too light. So we're gonna try out Talk to the Palm, but just so y'all can see how Coconut Beach looks. So there's Coconut Beach right there. I'm gonna kind of tilt it a little bit so y'all can see the true color. So there it is right there, how that one looks. And then the one that we're gonna try out is Talk to the Palm. So that's how it looks. That's the true color right there. If I hold it up too close, the lights make it lighter, but just so y'all can see it up close, this is how it looks. But let's see if this shows up. I'm gonna take a clean brush using my Tom Ford, and let's just see if this looks like a bronzer on my skin. No. Okay, you can see it a little bit, but I feel like it's pulling pink unless it's just my robe. Definitely not a color that I would gravitate towards, but just so y'all can see how it looks on the brush, it is pretty pigmented, but the color, I don't know, it kind of looks pink to me. But the color isn't as warm as I would like for it to be. But that is how that looks. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Fenty powder, taking my Hourglass brush and just going down the side of my jawline. Just kind of clean it up. All right, going back into the Fenty powder, I'm just gonna take a little bit of it and just let it sit on the side of my nose, which I always do. This just, I just like to do this before I go in, well, while we do our eyeshadow. I just like to let this sit on the sides of my nose. That way it can look more matte once I brush it away later on. Now we can finally play with the eyeshadows. So the collection came with a trio. It's the Call Me on My Shell Phone Super Shock Shadow Trio. This is how it looks right there. I'm gonna swatch all 3 of these so y'all can see the colors. This bronzy color in here, ooh, this looks cute. This one right here is called Deep Dive. I'm really drawn to this. This one is so pretty. Look at that. Let me swatch it. Ooh. That is so pretty. All right, so this next one is called A Little Quirky. Oh yeah, that's pretty too. And the last one is called Peekaboo. And this one looks, it's actually lighter. Yeah, so that's the lightest one out of all 3. Yeah, first swatch is my favorite one out of all of them. So I'm not gonna use the Super Shock shadows. I'm actually just gonna be using the eyeshadow palette today. This is the Going Coconuts palette. So this is how it looks on the inside. So all neutral colors, like very soft, everyday neutral colors. I'm doing this so there won't be too much of a reflection on there. So this is all of the matte swatch right there. And then this is the metallics that are in the palette. This first shade actually looks more matte than anything, but if you look at it up close, there's like some glitter in it. But yeah, those are all the shades right there. So starting out with Shell Yeah, that color right there. I'm using my Fenty blending brush for this. I'm gonna start out with this color, and what I did was I pretty much just packed this. Oh yeah, this looks just like that color in the Too Faced palette. I just packed it on the outer part of my lid like this. Oh yeah, this is literally that same color. But I just packed it like this, and then I kind of blended it into the crease. So it's really, really soft. Now I'm just gonna take most of that color off of the brush using my color switcher. Just take most of that off. I'm gonna stick with the same brush. Next, I'm gonna dip into Lovely Bunch, this lighter nude right there. And this is where I applied that lighter color right here on the inner part of the lid. And then lightly dusted it into that first shade. So y'all can see how it lightens up right here, but right here is where you can see more of that color. I'm gonna go into Nutty. This is that dark chocolate shade, and I'm gonna lightly tap my brush in the color. I'm not gonna put too much of the product on there. And I'm just gonna take this, and I'm just gonna take it right here at the very corner of my lid, and just kind of smoke out just that section right there. All right, so that is all I'm doing for the eyes right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lashes and then kind of smoke out my bottom lash line using that same dark chocolate shade in the shade Nutty. So I'll just kind of smudge out the bottom lash line like that, put on lashes, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I have my lashes on. I'm gonna go ahead and pat in that powder on the side of my nose. And I also want to do inner corner highlight. So I'm gonna take Cocoa Crush, this middle shade right here. In the Too Faced palette, I used the shade Buzzkill. Where is it? Right here. And it's just a little bit more pink, but since we're using Colourpop today, I'm gonna take Cocoa Crush and use that as my inner corner highlight. Ooh, that is bright. Okay. Oh yeah, that is pretty bright. So there wasn't a blush in this collection. I'm just gonna take my NARS blush in the shade Teos. I probably said that wrong, but this will be our blush today. All right, so there wasn't a highlighter in this collection either, so I'm gonna take my Makeup Forever highlighter, little highlighter that I customized in Sephora. I have the shade, I think it's H312 and then H105. I'll have it on the screen. I'm gonna have everything that I use down below in the description, but it's two different highlighters, and I'm just gonna kind of mix in both of them. And I'm only placing it on my, like, the cheekbones. Now the last step is lips. I'm gonna take my Colourpop lip pencil in the shade BFF3, and I'm just putting this all over my lips. Then I'm gonna go into Island Time, which is the lip tint, and just go on top of that. By the way, these do twist up. You don't have to sharpen these. But this will be on top. Ooh. This almost look identical to the lip combo that I had on. It's just way cheaper. I had on the Natasha Denona lipstick in the shade Sammy. And then the lip liner I had on was the KKW lip liner in the shade Nude 3. But this lip combo looks just like what I had on in that video. Just like it. So there you go. Super, super cheap, super affordable. BFF3, and then the Island Time lip tint. All right, guys, so we're done. This is how it looks. I like how it came out. I feel like it's really, really close to how I had it well, how I had my face in my Sephora haul. Like I said earlier, I really wanted to recreate that look, but I'm using some of the new Colourpop Coconut Collection in today's video. So let me know your thoughts on the collection. Anything that I use in today's video that you feel like you really like, that you think you're gonna go ahead and pick up, let me know. I will say my favorite products that I use from the collection would have to be, well, one of my favorites would have to be the Coconut Ray, not the Coconut Ray, but the Fourth Ray Coconut Face Milk, and then the lip tint in the shade Island Time. The eyeshadow palette is cute. It's perfect for everyday looks. Some of the shades in here are, I feel like, are pretty light, pretty ashy. The shades that I feel like I would use the most out of this palette would be this whole row right here, and then these two shades right here. So pretty much all of the mattes instead of this, instead of the lighter shade. I honestly don't see myself using this lighter peachy shade. I know this reflection is blinding you guys, but the shade right here, I really don't see myself dipping into it, but all of the other mattes, these two, these three, well, these three, this one, because this one's not really a matte. You can kind of see some shimmer in that shade right here, but all four of these mattes and then this one shade right here are shades that I definitely will use or see myself using more than I would anything else. Even though the shimmers are pretty, y'all know I am really more so into matte shadows, but I will use a shimmer shade, especially like in the inner corner like I did today. I use that middle shade right there, but I'm not saying I wouldn't use those. I'm just saying for this palette, I would mostly gravitate towards the mattes in here, especially if I want that everyday no makeup look or something really soft, really natural. I think this will be a great palette for that. The bronzer actually surprised me. I didn't know it would actually look like it does on my skin. Like, you can see the warmth on my skin a little bit, so it actually surprised me. The shade I use is Talk to the Palm. I really wish they came out with more of the shades instead of just having 2 shades in this collection. Maybe like 2 or 3 more darker shades would have been perfect, but surprisingly, this shade works on my skin. So, I mean, you can see it. I can see it. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. It's there. And it's not gray. It's not ashy. It works. But other than that, I think that is all that I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you are going to be getting your hands on the Colourpop Coconut Collection. If you are, what are you going to be picking up? I want to know, so let's chit chat about it down below in the comments. And I am doing a giveaway on my channel every month. So every month I give away 1 box to 1 person, and I'll go ahead and leave a clip right here so that way you guys can see all of the goodies that I have for this month's box. But it's super easy to enter. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you thumbs up this video, as well as leave a comment down below in the comment section. And I don't want the comments to be anything about the giveaway. Let's talk about the products that I shared in today's video. What do you like? What do you dislike? If you're going to be getting this collection, what are you going to be getting from the collection? So let's talk about it. Let's chit chat down there. And I think that's all that I have. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you thumbs it up. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.